We're going to go through everything that you need to know about the Kyoto tourism ban. First, we'll talk about the current problem that Kyoto is facing, followed by the details on the ban itself, and finally, we'll talk about what we can do as travelers to avoid inciting any further tourism bans around Kyoto. The problem. Kyoto is currently facing huge over-tourism issues, as I talked about in my previous video, but more specifically, that has resulted in problems in the area of Gion. Gion is an area of Kyoto known for its geiko and maiko, which is the Kyoto name for geisha and geisha in training. Some people do get confused. They are not sex workers, but just entertainers who are highly skilled in performative arts like music and dance. And in Gion, there are a lot of private roads where the geiko and maiko often pass through. And for the past few years, there has been a ban on photography in these streets, including the people and the buildings on these streets. However, a lot of foreign tourists, maybe they don't know about the ban, maybe they didn't see the signs, or maybe they are willfully ignoring this ban and they're still going down the streets and clogging up the streets and even taking pictures. The biggest problem has been people waiting in these streets or near these streets and then taking pictures of the geiko as soon as they come out onto the main public street where photography is still technically allowed. But the reason that the ban existed in the first place is because of the harassment of the geiko and maiko. Because a lot of people have been bombarding them with photos or even taking it further and touching them, touching their hair, touching their clothes. And there was even one recorded incident of someone putting a cigarette butt into the kimono of a geiko. The ban. The ban is not a Kyoto-wide travel ban, as many headlines might lead you to believe. It is actually just specific to Gion, at least for now. If you do want to know whether this goes any further, then I am a Japan-based travel writer, so you can sign up to my monthly newsletter in the description below for new Japan travel information. But within Gion, it goes even more specific because it's only related to these private roads. Tourists will no longer be allowed to go down these private roads unless they have a special permit or are accompanied by a guide. Hanamikoji Street, however, is a public road, so that will still be open to tourists. But those entering the private roads are warned of fines up to 10,000 yen, which is around $67 US. And this will be shown by signs that are going to be clearly placed at the ends of these private roads. Right now, those signs do say no photography is allowed, and these will change to say something along the lines of private road, do not enter. What we can do. Follow the rules and stay out of the private roads. This is a cry for help from the geiko and residents of the local area, so the least that we can do is listen. There are also Kyoto guidelines on traveling around the entire area that comes from the Kyoto Tourism Board that I will link in the information pack below. Next, do not take pictures of geiko and maiko without permission. You can ask for permission by saying, "Sumimasen, shashin wa OK desu ka?" Sumimasen, shashin wa OK desu ka? If they turn their face and put their hand up, or they don't say anything and they walk away, then that means no. Similarly, if they do this gesture or they do anything where they're covering their face, then that also means no. Examples of a yes might be OK, OK desu, hai dozo, or anything that has a more open-handed gesture as opposed to a covering their face or trying to look away. However, please do be ready for them to say no, because it is quite likely that they just don't want anyone to take photos of them ever again, because they've been having people taking photos of them every day for who knows how long without their permission. Another thing you can do is just switch off your phone and camera whilst you're in Gion and take it all in, because you've probably taken a lot of photos and videos all around the rest of Japan. Maybe this one part can be just for you and your memories alone. But if you do really want to take pictures of geiko and maiko and you have had no success in asking them for permission, then you can go to a geiko show or a guided tour. A lot of these have a photo opportunity or photo shoot with the geiko at the end. Another option is to go somewhere else entirely, because there are actually a lot of geisha districts around Japan. You should still definitely ask for permission before you take pictures of geisha, but for example, Kanazawa is a beautiful place that also has a geisha district, and it's also known for its gold. So you can walk around shops full of gold and galleries full of golden artwork and even have golden ice cream. And it also has amazing seafood and a beautiful garden. So I would highly recommend it. It is gaining popularity and definitely a lot of Japanese residents already go there, but it is far, far less crowded than Kyoto. So I highly recommend it. Let me know what else you want to know about Japan, but if you want to learn more about the current situation in Kyoto, then check out this video and I'll see you next time.